Their same environments. What they're doing to your hands is they're actually doing exactly what they would do out in the ocean. When they're fishing up to, they're going to be vibrating their jaw. Son peces, peces, más peces, todo
One of the sharks, you can pet it with one or two
son
fingers.
anguilas.
Go lightly across the back. Make sure when you're
Sí,
doing
son
so that
anguilas.
both feet are on the ground. If both feet are on the ground, you can't reach the pool.
What? Soy el único adolescente de mi
But make sure
familia.
not to climb up on any of the
No
other
son
areas
anguilas,
of the
son como
exhibit.
peces muy grandes.
And here we have 3 different types of sharks that you can pet. There are 2 types of bamboo sharks, and there's also
Tengo dos problemas. Primer problema, no tengo un mapa. Segundo problema, ahí van mis papás. Me voy a perder. No tengo un mapa. Literalmente el único mapa se me acaba de aparecer en una versión de 3/4. Bueno, voy a ir al este, literalmente. A ver. Oh, ok. Aquí están las orcas, allá están los delfines y los pingüinos, restaurante, montañas rusas y... Bueno, vamos a explorar esto. Oh my God! Hey, over here. English our professional. No he perfeccionado mi inglés y este lugar es enorme. Voy a perderme, me voy a perder aquí. Es un show para niños. Para allá están las orcas, para allá están las montañas rusas y donde se van estaban los lobos marinos, según yo. ¿O es donde van a ellos a ir? No tengo dinero, no. ¿Verdad? Esta atracción sube, si no me equivoco. Subiré eso más tarde. Ah, ahí están los pingüinos, ya veo los pingüinos. Oh, ay. Aquí están los delfines y los pingüinos. Lo sé porque ya veo los pingüinos. Ok, wow. Es enorme. Es básicamente un parque de diversiones y acuario. No es uno, sino son dos en uno. Ahí están los delfines. Están sumergidos bajo el agua. Delfines. ¡Oh! ¡El mapa! ¡Mapa! Ok. Después de tomar una foto y ver los pingüinos, obviamente. Claro que voy a ver los pingüinos. ¿Qué otra atracción no voy a ver? Ah, incluso te marca dónde hay pingüinos, en qué estado.
salvaje, supongo, o en reservación. O tal vez de ambas. Me encantan los delfines.
अभी का टेबल किती स्लो आहे ते वरचं ते बघ अभी का जाऊ ना वरती किती स्लो आहे सगळं दिसतं सगळीकडे बंद आहे आणि ते असल्या करू
Si estoy con los delfines, aquí están las focas, aquí están los aguacamayos, aquí están las orcas, las aguas el río lento, incluso hay un, ¿cómo se llama? Montañas rusas, están en el este, están la mayor cantidad de montañas rusas. Seguirá de aquí hasta las orcas. La buena dice que hay mapas en cada cuadro de esta atracción, entonces no me voy a perder, creo. Estás pidiendo que tan alto se puede estar. Ok, ya no. ¿Qué hay acá? ¿Más delfines? Oh, ya sé qué es esto. Atracciones con delfines y personas, sí. Sí me acuerdo. Yo también vi eso. Bien, en teoría las orcas están por allá. ¡Vamos! Hablando de la reina. Bueno, la buena noticia es que no te debes que caminar mucho para encontrar las orcas. Literalmente son vecinos. Jamás he visto una orca, bueno, no me acuerdo si haber visto una orca asesina muy de cerca. Entonces esto es lo más cercano que voy a ver de una orca asesina. Aunque claro, es su estado natural. Porque no podemos molestar a estas criaturas de Dios. Así se dice. Bueno, si mi papá tiene hambre, me van a llamar. No tengo prisa. Además quiero explorar este lugar enorme. Acuario y parque de diversiones. A ver. Bla, bla, bla. ¡Es enorme! Ok, esto es the office attend at the rescate. Esto de rescate, un caballeroso. Ok, estas son de las funciones. Por allá estaba la... ¿Cómo se llamaba? No me acuerdo. Aquí hay un barco, literalmente. ¿Cómo partieron un barco y lo pusieron aquí? Es la pregunta. Ah, es un restaurante. Cascada, cascada. Claramente hay una cascada. ¿Eh? ¡Ah! ¡Ah, es para mojarse! ¡Es para mojarse! No te mato, no tengo traje de baño. $7. Ah, no tengo idea de cuál, de qué es este. ¿Cuánta batería? 95% de batería. A ver, me dio curiosidad saber qué rayos. Ajá. Bien. Bueno, llegamos muy temprano, son las 10, abren a las 10. Entramos después de una larga fila. Y este lugar parece un lugar abandonado. Y creo que me perdí un poco, viejo. Bueno, qué excelente día es hoy, ¿no? Me perdí. Oh, ya. Estoy viendo las tortugas. Tortugas marinas. Miren las tortugas. Lentas, como siempre deben ser. Ok, entonces debería haber una salida por alguna parte. Ah, está cerrado. Genial. ¿Me estás diciendo que tengo que salir en donde entré en primer lugar? Sí, aparentemente tendré que salir en donde entré en primer lugar. Oh, por Dios. Bueno, este lugar no está abierto completamente. Es un restaurante. Debe haber gente. Bien. Ya vi los animales, ya vi el lago.
Your island DJ spinning the musical cuts out to all your
Podcast.
huts. More music with the band.
That's okay, we gotta hit a show though. Alright, thank you. Not later today, we'll have another time another day.
Esto es del río Lento, creo. Bien, ya vamos a empezar a irnos para allá, donde están las atracciones. Porque sí, es un enorme lugar y me pierdo las 24 horas del día. Pero antes quiero explorar un poco este lugar, quiero explorar un poco. Si está cerrado, si está como cerrado. Bueno, está cerrado. ¡Qué sorpresa! Tiene su hora de apertura de todo esto. Ahí están las tortugas, las vemos. No sé si se siente agradable que este lugar está vacío. Hay estancias de surf. Hay calles. Estamos de 2026 en esta zona. Bien. Creo que necesitaré dinero para las atracciones, tal vez. Y ahí va. Una de las atracciones. Ya vimos las tortugas, los pingüinos. Vamos a ir al este. Esto no sé si necesitaré dinero o algo así. Tenemos boletos. De esos boletos se supone. Oh. Ja. Una zona de descanso. Ya están las terralinas, aerolíneas. ¿Cómo se llamaba? Son como, no lo sé, pero sí sé que es para explorar y ese rollo. Visit Skyler. Entrada $6. $6. No tengo ni siquiera centavos en mis bolsillos. Si la mamá tiene el dinero, yo tendré que ir con la mamá para pedir el dinero y las atracciones. Es enorme. Oh, sí, estoy flamencos. A ver, se llama By Sky. Ok. Y ahí van otra vez. Otro mapa. Aquí tenemos un mapa más adecuado. A ver, ¿dónde estoy? No vi las mantarrayas, las focas. A ver, estoy en la montaña rusa de las mantas. Más o menos, estaría más o menos por ahí. Estaba para acá, estaría más o menos por aquí. Aquí están los flamencos, detrás están las mantarrayas junto a las... Ok. Hay una zona de tiburones y tortugas. Hablando de flamencos. Esos sí son muchos flamencos. Demasiados flamencos, los flamencos. Bien rosados. Aquí tiene un horario. Ajá. Tiene un horario bien. Voy a hacer un corte.
There are the white sea sharks. Those sharks are around 6 feet. And on all of their dorsal fin, they have that big white tip. That is where they get their name, white-tipped reef shark. And in that area, there's also one zebra shark or leopard shark. It really depends on what stage of life they are in. When they are younger, they're called zebra sharks because those dots are more like stripes. And then as they're older and mature, they get clearer toward that leopard hound, which is where they get the leopard shark. So those are the two kinds of sharks in the first area. And here in this large area, there are quite a few different types of sharks, including the largest shark here at the park, which is called the lemon shark. That lemon shark is just over 11 feet long, so it just swims across the middle and
Espera, mon. Lento. Sorry.
Green white shark. What's this one?
On the map. The map is shark. She's
Oh, guys, we can walk.
Oh my God, it's really. Wow. Oh my God. Sharon, Sharon, Sharon. What the? Oh, wow. Estamos rodeados de tiburones. ¿Cómo se dice en inglés? Eso no es transportadora, esto se va a ir lento. Estoy rodeado de tiburones, peces.
They're above you.
Ya. Ese sí es un tiburón.
This one.
Es un tiburón blanco, creo. Ese sí es enorme.
I think that's the yeah, that's Oh my God. ¡Qué bonito!
De todo tamaño, colores y estatus. Tiburón tigre. Ahí están los tiburones. Es un tiburón tigre. Ahí están otros tiburones. Bien quietos, Son tiburones.
So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. We've got a lot more to here than just touch the bat rays.
Manta raya.
The bat rays. The best way to feed them is to kind of make a little peace sign with your hand and to put the food in between that, and you kind of just gotta reach as far into the water as you can. Bat rays, they feed a little bit differently than we do, as they are bottom feeders, meaning their mouth is on the bottom side. So unlike when we feed maybe a cat or a dog, we'll usually feed them right in the front of their face. But for the bat rays, their mouth is on the bottom. So you kind of just gotta reach your hand as far in there as you can. I know the water's cold, but the farther you get your arm in the water, the easier it is for the bat rays to see your food and to be able to eat your food. And once you're all done feeding, please make sure you throw away those trays. We do have any trash cans. Please make sure you're disposing of those trays or just any other trash properly. And once you're all done, we do have those hand washing stations on both sides of our exhibit. Now it's currently 12:02. Our orca encounter just started at 12 o'clock, so if you're interested in catching that, it's not too far from here, you could. But we're going to have more orca presentations later today at 2 and at 6 p.m. The next presentation time we're going to have for the day is going to be our first sea lion presentation for the day. So it's going to be at 12:30. So if you're looking for something to do within the next little while, we're coming on up here in about 30 minutes. It's going to be
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, debe ser una broma. Ya.
Welcome to Manta. Riders of this attraction will be exposed to forces, speeds, and other intense features that may cause distress or injury to persons with pre-existing health conditions. Please consider these features in determining suitability for all riders. Only guests in good health should ride this attraction. Do not ride if you are pregnant, have high blood pressure, back, neck, or heart problems, are prone to motion sickness, have sensitivity to strobe effects or dark enclosed spaces, recent surgery, or any other medical condition that might be aggravated by the forces of this ride. Guests with a full arm cast, full leg cast, or brace arm cast must not ride. Guests with any type of hand or arm prosthesis must ensure that it is properly secured and will remain in place during the ride. Leg prosthesis are not permitted. Thank you.
Me alegra haberme subido a esto. El otro que quería subirme era mucho más potente. Tenía muchas curvas, bajadas y subidas como una montaña rusa. Y me subí a esta y apenas tuve los ojos abiertos. No soporto mucho las fuerzas. Esta versita hace toda la función, entonces creo que sí fue mejor haber subido a la más pequeña. No sé si voy a subirme al otro porque es mucho más fuerte. No, gracias. Me voy a desmayar o vomitar, ambos. No, gracias. Estoy con las piernas sin fuerzas, básicamente. Estoy cansado. Dios. ¿Qué es? Ahora broma, no tengo fuerza para las piernas. Ouch, au. Ok, me duele las piernas solo por subirme a una montaña rusa. Pero fue divertido. Lastimosamente no pude grabarlo. No se permitían cámaras. Eso, qué mal la suerte la mía. ¡Ay! ¡Oh! Eso sí es lento y es apropiado para toda la familia. Qué bueno que me tomé esta montaña rusa y no la otra. Esa sí estaba para morirse y no de broma. Bien. Está esta. No es un entretenimiento brusco, es ligero de hecho. De hecho voy a subirme. Es de teleférico. ¡Ah! Teleférico, cierto. Ya me acuerdo el nombre, es un teleférico. Es de esos. Ah, ¿sigue cerrado? Ah, qué mala suerte. Qué mala suerte, sigue cerrado.
Okay, that gives us the up and down.
That goes by.
Bueno, aparentemente están en mantenimiento, es lo que entendí. Bueno, vamos a otra parte. ¡Corte la Ahora se tiene el río lento. Ya hay más gente que la última vez que estuve aquí. Ah, este es los barcos para mojarse. No me gusta mojarme mucho, entonces no me entro. Hay una por debajo del mar. ¡Oh! ¡Oh! ¡Ah! No se ve. Ay, yo pensé que sí lo era. Sure. Nuestro Señor. Son las 12. Ah. Ok. Tengo una visión.
everybody. How you guys all doing today? All right, I'm gonna try that one more time. We're gonna do this a little bit better. We're gonna go round 2. I said, how you guys doing today? That's a little better.
You asked them the wrong question.
Oh, I did I?
How are you guys enjoying the air conditioning?
Oh, so there you go. That makes more sense. Anyway, so my name is JoJo.
And my name is
Es una obra de teatro.
We call Conservation Ambassadors.
And what it is we do at our center is we give a home to rescue wildlife. Each animal with their own unique story of
Ay, qué cansado.
We take these animals in, give them lots of love and attention, and the ones that we can, we train to travel, taking mostly to school groups. But today, we brought some amazing rescue wildlife to share with all of you guys, and our first guest is an absolute star of these programs. And she's a little bit famous here at SeaWorld. Her name is Tater Tot. Check her out.
¿Es una tequibara?
This is Tater Tot.
Tequibara, es
And what is
tequibara.
A capybara. And you know, that's amazing to me. See, back when I was a kid, which was not that long ago, oh yeah, it might have been that long ago, but nobody knew capybaras that well. These guys were more like trivia animals. And maybe if you had studied a bit about wildlife, you might know the capybara. But ever since these guys have been discovered on social media for doing funny things, they have now become one of the most famous and recognizable animals on this planet. In fact, even Tater Tot here is guilty of going viral several times on social media, even though neither of us have an account. Yeah, now she thinks she's an influencer. But this girl here, she was actually sent to our center in a really weird way. See, there was a breeding program out in Arizona, a place that bred animals for other zoos, but their owner unexpectedly passed away, and that shut down pet homes for all of their animals. So we got a call asking if we could give some animals a home. And we did some amazing creatures, including a capybara that showed up at our center and gave birth 2 days later. Now here's the thing. Tater Tot's mom, she took care of all the other babies, except for little Tater Tot. See, she had rejected her. So you know what I had to do is, I had to become mom. Do I look like any of your moms? I don't look like her mom. But I took her in my home. I gave her a bottle every 2 to 3 hours, day and night. And she since started to do educational programs. And the reaction that she gets from kids when she goes into a school program is incredible. It's like walking into that room with a celebrity. In fact, it is safe to say that the 3 years that she's been doing educational programs, she's spread more passion about wildlife than any other animal I've ever worked with. Because today, we're not really here to talk about capybaras. No, today we're here to get you guys just as excited about our North American wildlife. Animals that we have living right in the United States that we feel tend to be overlooked. And our next guest is a perfect example of that. His name is Whizzer. Check him out. Come on in here, Whizzer.
This is Whizzer, and he is a turkey vulture. Now,
Es un buitre.
look at that bald head. I've seen JoJo's dad, and JoJo is probably going to look like that in a few years. But
Tiene una cuerda para sujetarlo si por acaso vuele.
the first thing that they do is they spread their big, beautiful wings and sunbathe. And once they're nice and warm, they take
Ya
flight.
está entrenado.
Once they're up in the air, they'll do big, lazy circles. And they might look lazy, but they're actually working. They're smelling for the grossest, most disgusting, stinkiest, rotten things that they can find. And when they find something that's gross and has been dead for a while, they think lunchtime. And they fly down to make a meal out of it. Yes, vultures eat dead stuff. And some of us hear that and think, ew. But if we're being honest, most of us eat dead stuff too. Nobody's chasing a cow down the road to chew on its leg. The one difference is that vultures can eat meat with so much germs and bacteria that it would make us sick to our stomachs. And because they're sticking their heads into rotting meat, they have that bald head so it doesn't get stuck to their feathers. But vultures, they do cool their legs off in kind of a gross way. You guys want to hear it? All right. Well, vultures cool off their legs by peeing down them, which is how he got his name, Whizzer. But Whizzer, he came to our center around 17 years ago with a wing injury. And we're not exactly sure what happened, but we think he flew into a power line that broke his right wing. And birds, they all have hollow bones, which means they often don't heal right, and that's what happened to Whizzer. He can still fly a little bit, but just not enough to survive on his own out there in the wild. It's a full-service show. But vultures, they do serve a very important role working as nature's cleanup crew. But let's give it up for Whizzer, the beautiful turkey vulture here. Awesome job, bud. Now, our next guest. He might be famous for flying, even though his hooves have never left the ground. His name is Murphy. Check him out.
This big guy, this is Murphy, and you might recognize his kind. He's a reindeer. That's
El reindeer.
for you. Call it his good side. Anyways, Murphy here. The reindeer. He's actually a domestic version of the caribou. They're a farm-raised version of the wild caribou that lives in
¿Es un reno?
including here in North America. Fascinating animals to me. So they have the largest antlers
Es igual a un venado.
out of all other deer species. Those massive antlers in there
Es de Rodolfo el reno.
every single year. Every year, those big antlers fall right off their head, and they grow back in covered in the skin and fur coating that you're looking at right now. Once they reach their full size, they rub all that off in kind of a bloody mess. In fact, you can see them starting to rub the front of the antlers down already. And they'll rub all that skin off, and that's when you for the beautiful bone antlers that we're used to seeing. Also, reindeer and caribou, they are the only deer species that both males and females get antlers. Every other deer, it's only the boys that get them, and they use them to fight for all the girls, like typical males do, while reindeer and caribou, they are an equal opportunity deer species. And you know what? I said these guys like to live in the Arctic tundras, and that's one of the harshest climates.
¿Dónde está tu nariz roja?
That exceptionally harsh climate fuels a massive whale migration here in North America. So there's a herd of over 200,000 caribou that travel 1,500 miles south along the Porcupine Riverway to escape the winter cold and find new food sources. Then they travel, I'm going to avoid that poop there. They travel 1,500 miles back up north to escape the mosquito hatch. That is a 3,000-mile round trip. That's the longest land migration pattern on this planet. And you know, they have some things that help them out along the way. Like those white hooves of theirs. Those hooves, those work like snowshoes, allowing them to walk through the Arctic tundras with ease. It also makes them excellent swimmers. These guys can cross even rushing riverways with those big battle-like hooves. And their fur, and I know he is shedding it like crazy right now. Like, look, see.
Oh my god.
Oh, you got tangled, buddy. Let's let me get that out. There we go. Here, who wants it? You want that? Yes, take the fluff. That's a keeper. He's shedding that hair like crazy right now. But each one of those strands, those are actually hollow. Those hollow hairs create a thermal barrier between him and the outside temperature, allowing him to withstand temperatures down to negative 90 degrees Fahrenheit. That's incredible to me. And you know, Murphy, he was actually sent to our center from a reindeer farm out in Washington. An old man was running a reindeer farm and he was trying to retire, so he sent a few deer down to us. And I absolutely love being able to share with people. You know, ever since I started working with reindeer, the more and more I start to look like Santa Claus. But let's give Murphy a round of applause. Yeah, he's he wanted to leave early. But this guy here, our next guest, is a true neighbor of ours. And this neighbor of ours does have a little bit of a reputation. See, she has a reputation for being one of the uglier animals on this planet, but I think she's going to change her mind. Her name is Billy. Check her out. Come on in here, Billy.
This is Billy, and she is the Virginia opossum. And opossums, they were originally an East Coast animal, but they were spread around the United States during the Great Depression, so they could breed and be used as a food source. Delicious. And they have since seamlessly moved to the western part of the country.
¿Qué es eso? No lo veo muy
The
bien.
rescue story starts with a woman who was driving her car down the road late at night, and she saw a ball of fur run across the road. Now this lady, she tried her absolute best to stop,
No veo bien el animal, no puedo reconocerlo.
So she got out of her car and realized that she had killed that opossum. But this lady, I'll give her some credit because she was smart. She remembered reading somewhere that opossums are marsupials, which are animals like kangaroos and koalas that have pouches on their bellies that they
Oh,
keep what?
espera, que...
No, they're lunches. Yes, they're babies. So she very bravely went over and opened up that pouch
No me acuerdo
to
cómo
find
se
5
llamaban.
baby opossums that were still alive inside. So she scooped them up and she took them to the nearest rehab center the next day. But they would have the best chance of making it back out into the wild. And Billy's siblings, they did great. Except for little Billy, who they had come to find out had too many health issues and couldn't be with us at our rescue center. And Billy here, she's right around 3 years old.
Marsupiales.
Which might sound young to you guys, but get this. Opossums only live 3 to 4 years. But in that short 3 to 4 year lifespan, a mom opossum can have over 50 babies. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but if I had 50 kids, 3 years would be plenty. But opossums, they're also excellent tree climbers. They can climb up trees head first, as well as climb down trees head first. But if you had a pouch like a kangaroo and climbed down a tree head first, what would happen to your babies? They'd fall out, that's right. So their pouch is a little bit different. It goes in sideways like a sweatshirt pocket, but with a hole in the middle, guaranteeing those babies are nice and safe as mom is climbing those trees. But once those babies are big enough to leave the pouch, do you guys think they leave their mom right away? No, they're like millennials. They hang around for a while. They climb up onto their mom's back, grab onto some fur, wrap their tail around some fur, riding around piggyback style, learning where mom is finding food. I just feel bad for all those moms that can have up to 13 babies on their back at one time. I'm a triplet, and I don't know how my mom did it with all 3 of us. But JoJo did say at the start that opossums have a reputation for being ugly. Well, do you guys think Billy's ugly? No. What about JoJo? Do you guys think he's ugly? Just checking if you're listening. But opossums, they do serve a very important role in your area. They will go around your neighborhood at night, eating things like insects, slugs, and small rodents. Opossums' body temperatures are typically so low that they cannot carry the rabies virus, which means they cannot spread it. So as long as you guys can keep them out of your trash cans, they are a very beneficial animal to have around. But let's give it up for Billy, North America's only marsupial.
All right. Now this old guy, this
Ese es
is
el búho.
Sue, and what is he? Who? 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 That's my only owl joke. He is absolutely right. He's an owl. He's what's known as
Es
the
un búho.
barred owl, named for the striped pattern he's got going down his back. You know, Ibu here, he was actually sent to our center around 27 years ago. See, around 27 years ago, he was flying free when he made a big mistake and accidentally flew down in front of a car. Now, the person, they couldn't stop, and they hit this poor bird, shattering his left wing. They very bravely, they scooped him up and took him to a special wildlife vet that saved his life, but unfortunately, they couldn't save that left wing of his. So he's missing that left wing, has lost the ability to fly, and that is why he's with us at our center. Now, I did say he came to us around 27 years ago. He's now pushing close to 30 years old.
Las hermanas
Owls
sociales.
typically live 20 to 25 years. And he's got a terrible retirement plan. But see here, he's still going strong. You know, owls are one of my all-time favorites to share with an audience because these birds, they are perfectly set up.
Espero que no te nos vamos que gira su cabeza 360 grados.
Those eyes, those big owl eyes of his are so good at seeing at night that if it was so dark in here that you could barely see your own hand, just basically without light, this owl can see everything about as well as we can right now. That's how good his eyes are. But there's a problem with his eyes. His eyes are so big. His eyes take up so much room in his owl's skull that they're actually stuck, facing straight forward. So if he wants to the left, he has to turn his whole head to the left. I'll take it. If he wants to the right, so I'll turn to the right, the right, the right, That's why he's got that flexible neck, and you turn his head almost one full time all the way around. Now, the second thing that helps him out, for this, I need a volunteer from our front row. Who wants to volunteer? Front row, well, I guess if they're not a brown shirt, come on around. Yes, come around. Man, I have a slow front row here. Anyways, come on out. You guys cried, I saw. Anyways, come on, no, come this way. I think I brought the wild animals. All right, stand right there for me. All right, I need you guys to stay perfectly quiet and listen to the sound this bird makes when he poops. Solid reflexes. No, do me a favor. Can you put him on his back for me? Does he have soft feathers? He's got super soft feathers, huh? All right, give me a fist bump. Back to your seat. Let's give our volunteer a round of applause. You did great. Back to your seat there. But she's right. He's got super soft feathers. Those extra soft feathers combined with his specialized feathers, called comb feathers, that coat the fronts of his wings, those two factors grant him the gift of silent flight. And that silent flight helps him out two ways. Because if he was flying through the forest at night, he wouldn't only be looking for food, he would be listening for food. And if he was up there going floppity, 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 he can hear the mice and the rats that are down on the ground. The second way it helps him, those mice and rats, he might not hear him coming. He can make a sneak attack to capture his prey. And now this size, he eat about 2 to 3 small rodents a night. They are a super important part of the mouse nature. To make sure we don't overrun the mouse and rat world. And even though he's cycle right now, I still think he is a stunningly beautiful creature. But that's old man Ebu. Let's say goodbye to the barn out here. And that's the boy. All right. Oh, our next guest though happens to be North America's largest reptile. This guy, he's like working with a living, breathing dinosaur. His name is Chubbs. Check him out. Come on in here, Chubbs.
This is Chubbs, the North American alligator. And I'm not sure if he'll do it, but if you guys wave at Chubbs, he might wave back. Told you. But Chubbs, he was found living in a fraternity house in Northern California. And for you kids that don't know what a fraternity house is, it's a place where young men go to college and do good things in the community. But Chubbs, he was confiscated by California Fish and Wildlife and sent to us at our center around 7 years ago. And we sure do love him a whole lot, but one day he'll start to mature, lose his yellow coloring, and get larger and larger until one day he'll look a little bit closer to this size.
This big guy. This is Spike. About 110 pounds of North American alligator. Now the first question. Is Jojo, why doesn't he bite you? The answer to that question is, well, Spike here, he only bites Dodger fans. He's very smart. But this guy here, he's actually been doing education programs with us for the past 34 years. See, around 34 years ago, he was found being kept in a man's bathtub in Los Angeles. Yeah, if you were an alligator, does not belong in a bathtub anywhere. Wait, he wants to walk. You guys want to see him walk a little bit? All right, here we go. Here we go. Everybody stay in your seats. Here. Off we go, buddy. Now, this is what I'm talking about, like a living, breathing dinosaur. Now, Spike here, like I said, he's been with us 34 years, but this guy, he is perfectly set up for life in our southern swamps. Everything from his nose being positioned on top of his snout, he can stick just the tip of his nose out of the water, and he can breathe. It works like a snorkel. That way, buddy. Okay, that way. This guy here, he also has these awesome spikes running down his back. Those spikes running down his back, those are what's known as an osteoderm. Can you guys say osteoderm? Now, one more time. Osteoderm. For a third time. Do you guys know what I'm doing? I'm catching my breath. But that's awesome. That's osteoderm. That means part bone, part skin. That is his protection from other alligators. But then he's got this big, long, muscular tail. That tail of his is the most well-muscled part of his body. He can pump that tail along and swim faster than a bottlenose dolphin can. You gotta take that, Dolphin Stadium. Now, this guy here, he even has around 2,000 pounds per square inch of crushing power in that mouth. One of the strongest set of jaws in the animal kingdom. Whenever he grabs a hold of something, you can bet it's always his. And you know, alligators, these guys are an animal that gives me hope. See, alligators give me hope because we almost lost these big, beautiful creatures. We almost lost the North American alligators because of this side skin. See, so many alligators were over-hunted for that skin to make boots and belts and wallets and purses out of them. So many alligators were killed for that skin that we almost lost the largest reptile that we had here in the United States. But you guys know what happened? People got involved. They started protecting the alligators. They started protecting the alligators' habitats. And now the North American alligator has made such a strong comeback that there are now 4 million alligators back in the United States. Now they have to have a hunting season just to manage the population. But it shows that if we truly care about species, we can make a big difference out in the wilds. But let's say goodbye to Spike, the North American alligator here. But no, that's not how you do it, guys. We say, see you later.
Alligator.
You know what, I know, I did that same jump in the school once, and this little kindergartner came up to us at the end of the program and said, see you later, alligator, to Spike. So I said, in a while, crocodile. And this little kindergartner looked me dead in the eye and said, see you soon, you big baboon. He roasted me. Anyways, let's just play a round of applause. He does an awesome job. All right.
Never trust a kindergartner. Well, I have a question. Are you guys enjoying the show so far? Awesome. Well, for the next 30 seconds, I've been promoted to a stagehand. And I'm going to move this perch up nice up close and personal. No particular reason. Just kidding. Our next guest requires this perch because she has a little bit of some balance issues. And so it helps her out. And like always, he makes me do all the real work around here. And so JoJo is grabbing our final guest. And if you can't tell what she is by the sound of her call, there. I'll give you a couple of hints. She happens to be one of the most iconic animals on the planet, as well as our country's national symbol. She's helping us raise awareness for our friend Jackie, but her name is Spirit. Check her out.
This big girl. This is Spirit. Big jump. Nice done, girlie. Step away with me. Now, this big girl. This is Spirit, and she is the bald eagle. Now, she's not called the bald eagle because she looks like Lizard and has a receding hairline. No, she's called the bald eagle because that white coloration on her head and down her tail feathers. You know, when she was first born, she didn't have any of that. No, when she was first born, she was almost completely black and brown. And yet this young bird, on one of her very first flights up in Sitka, Alaska, she tried to steal a fish from a fisherman. This person didn't take kindly to that and shot this beautiful bird in her left wing. And somehow, this young bird, she managed to swim her way back to shore, where she was taken in by the Sitka Raptor Center, where they saved her life. But unfortunately, her left wing was so badly infected, they had to amputate it above her elbow. So she's missing that left wing, has lost the ability to fly, and that is why she's with us at our center. Now, bald eagles, though, these are another animal we almost lost. See, we almost lost the bald eagles due to a chemical called DDT. See, DDT was thought to be this miracle pesticide. It would spray it on their crops, it would even spray it on their children. You know, the real pests. But they'd use it all the time. This chemical would wash in the riverways. It would be absorbed by the fish. The eagles would then eat those fish. And the eagles themselves would survive. But they ended up with a calcium deficiency. And that calcium deficiency resulted in the bald eagles laying very soft eggs. So when they would nest, the eggs would break, and no new generations of eagles would be born. Now, DDT was banned in the 70s. It was done being used. But the problem was still occurring, and our national symbol was in danger of going extinct. It actually took the help of passionate people that go and watch the bald eagles' nests, waiting for moms to lay their eggs. Right when those eggs were laid, they would chase mom away, which is not as easy as it sounds. They would take the soft eggs back to incubate and leave baked eggs in the nest. And right when those babies would hatch, they'd rush them back to that very same nest, and this was working surprisingly well. The best part was those babies didn't have the chemical in the system anymore. They were able to reproduce on their own. And this whole process worked so well that in 2007, the bald eagles were able to be taken off the endangered species list, and our national symbol is thriving once again in our waterways, which I think is very cool to see. And you know, these are incredible birds. She has eyesight that can see 6 times farther than yours or mine. She has around 700 pounds per square inch of crushing power in those talons of hers. And if she had both her wings, she would have around a 7-foot wingspan. These birds are even known if they catch a fish that is too heavy for them to fly with, they'll swim it back to shore. She is a perfect fisher, scavenger, and hunter, and I am truly honored to be able to share her with you guys. But that is Spirit. Let's give the bald eagle a round of applause. Yes, she is a beautiful bird. Now, did you guys enjoy those animals? I hope you did. I hope you guys learned something. Maybe gained some more passion about North American wildlife. But before we let you go, we don't feel like we're doing our job unless you say this last part. And that's if there's anything that you guys care about. Whether it's people, plants, animals, or the planet itself, get out there and do something about it. And you guys have already done some good today. By supporting SeaWorld, you've supported a